Humm, baby.
Enjoy this great game.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. And today, well, the Giants and Dodgers are postponing their game in protest over shooting of Jacob Blake in Wisconsin. And I'm about to give my opinion. I'm about to drop some red pills. I'm about to come really hard. So I'm just going to let everyone know that you might want to go ahead and click off because you might not like it, but I'm going to be honest. And this is just my opinion, and I respect anyone else's opinion. If you want to put it down below and talk to me in a civilized manner, we can talk about it. There's no doubt about that. I do not like this coming into baseball. I watch baseball to get away from the terrible things that happen outside of baseball, from politics, and a lot of this stuff. Politics bleeds over into this stuff. There's just no doubt about that. We know what's going on. In my opinion, there's definitely an agenda going on with mainstream media right now, and they make sure that these are huge stories. Anytime there's police brutality going on, especially against a black person, well, only against a black person actually, it's going to be huge news. And I'm not saying it's right. And from what I saw in that video, which I haven't looked into this case much, so I'll admit that, but that video looked effed up to me. It looked at what those cops did was completely unnecessary. I'm not trying to make excuses for them. I'm not at all. It looked bad. It definitely looked bad. And I'm not going to get too much into it other than that, because the whole details of this case haven't come out yet. There's still an investigation, and it's not my job to go into those details or to have an opinion on that stuff. I really don't know. I just know that I don't think they should cancel games and postpone games over it, because guess what? Terrible things happen every single day. Innocent children are molested, kidnapped, raped every single day. One innocent child, 5-year-old kid named Cannon Hinnant, was executed riding his bike near his front yard by his neighbor. But since that neighbor was a black person, his child was a white person, the mainstream media did not want to cover it. It took them several days to say anything about it. And we didn't hear a peep about that from the Giants or from any other mainstream businesses. I tweeted about it. I didn't make a video about it because it's not baseball related. And I don't like to talk about things that are not baseball related on this channel. But guess what? A game is postponed. We're not playing a game tonight. Why? If it's because of Jacob Blake, then must we cancel a game every time something terrible happens? Every time police brutality happens, or is it only against black people? What about when there's police brutality against a non-black person? You know, see, because I'm someone who actually follows Martin Luther King's sentiment, what he wanted to happen, which was you treat people based on the content of their character, not the color of their skin. But nowadays it seems that everything's about race. It feels out of control to me. And I'm not saying if something wrong is happening, not to speak out on it. Speak out on it if you feel strongly about it. Speak out on police brutality if you feel strongly about it. Speak out on racism if you feel that there's racism going on. But guess what? That's all they speak out on. They don't speak out on anything else because it's not trendy. If it's trendy to speak about child molestation going on, well, we'd hear about it, but it's not trendy right now. There's an election going on. There's an agenda going on. The mainstream media knows about it. It's clear as can possibly be. There's so much proof, and I'm not into politics. So don't call me what you're going to call me, because I don't care. I'm not a Trump supporter per se, other than the fact that he's president. I do support the office of the president of the United States. Okay? So I'm not going to judge him any more than that. I know people are going to say, you must be an idiot. If you like Trump, you're racist. You're this, you're that, you're that. Guess what? I don't care. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in all that. I'm not interested. Do you understand that? Not everyone's into politics. Not everyone's into all this stuff. Okay? So not everyone wants to talk about it. I want to talk about baseball. I want to watch baseball. And I know a lot of people are going to unsubscribe from me and yell at me in the comments if this video gets any views. And that's fine. Bring it on. I don't care. I don't like politics in baseball or sports. I watch sports to get away from that stuff. And you can't anymore. You certainly couldn't with basketball. But now you can't with baseball anymore. But now you can't even watch baseball anyway because they're going to go ahead and postpone tonight's game. So maybe it'll be a doubleheader tomorrow. And we'll be back full-time tomorrow. And I'm going to talk about it like, you know, everything's going to be normal. We'll do pregame and post. I love baseball. And I love the Giants. And I'm loyal to the Giants. I would never be able to work for the Giants. I would never be able to be a broadcaster or anything for the Giants in an official capacity because I'm just too honest. And I tell you how it is. And I will red pill your ass in a quickness because I don't care. I'm going to say how it is. And yeah, the shooting of Jacob Blake looked really bad. It looked terrible. And I agree with that. But I don't agree with postponing the game over it. I absolutely don't. And that's where I'm at with it. Sorry. If you're going to do that, I believe you should postpone every game and we should just not have sports because terrible things happen. And frankly, much worse, that don't involve criminals getting hurt. They actually involve innocent people, innocent children. And that really got to me. And there is many stories. It's not just Cannon Hinton. There are many stories that really bother me when I read them. And and they really touch me, and I want to help the families, and you know, it's hard to get them any help. But when you got guys like Jacob Blake, and then, you know, rest in peace for the previous victim, George Floyd, and he was a victim, and it was jacked up completely what happened to him. But guess what? His family got millions and millions and millions of dollars donated to them. Cannon Hinton's family, they got some, but because the mainstream media wouldn't cover it, and it didn't get much support, and, you know, just didn't get much support. So sad, but that's where we're at. It's all an agenda. That's what I believe is happening. That's my take on it. Disagree. If you want to come respectfully, you can do that. If you want to unsubscribe, you can do that. If you want to subscribe, please do that too. But have a fantastic day anyway, and I'm so sorry what's going on right now. If you're a sports fan, this is what you got to deal with. This is what we got to deal with together, and I try to stay away from it, but when you're postponing baseball games, I guess I got to talk about it. You have a fantastic day, and I'm going to talk to you really soon. See ya!
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.